Hi, so today we're going to make one of Victoria Design's little booklets, and it's really quite cute. I'll give you the link to this one on her website and you can follow along, but it has lots of little pretty little things. It's a Halloween design, and so we're going to do this. We're going to do it slowly. She has others. I'll try and find the one for this one. To her link. It's a steampunk design, but it's really cute too. It's got lots of little places to put things. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, you're going to need some ribbon for the closure. You're going to need your scissors, and I have a candle and a lighter so that I can what it does, it helps the ribbon so that it doesn't fray. And I'll show you how to do that first. And then you're going to need the papers from her site. This is a freebie she will send you, and there are 10 pages. It's really cute. You'll need your distress inks, you'll need your glue, your bone folder, you might need a pencil, I'm not sure, I don't remember. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I'm going to show you how to do your ribbons. And the easiest way with satin ribbons, oh, I'm not going to be able to get this to go. I knew it was getting low. There we go. Okay, the easiest way to get satin ribbon from fraying, otherwise if you pull it, you can kind of see how that is fraying. So I'm going to cut that off, make a nice little edge for myself. And the easiest way to do that is you have to be very careful not to get too close, because it has a tendency to just light up. But you can see it's kind of there. I did a little too much, but it's polyester, so it shrinks the fabric. Let me do it again for you. Cut that off. And I just kind of go very slowly down until I see it start to wrinkle. There we go. So I'm going to put that aside. At least you know how to do that now. That's way cool. It's a fun thing to do too, actually. Okay, so with her designs, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at these pages, and page 1 through 6 is printed on the back of page 11. And you can see they are just really very pretty. And I'm going to cut these out with you, so it's going to take us some time. You're welcome to use your cut and score. I will show you a trick on how I get some of these straight things lined up, because, let me push my glue out of the way, because when you try to just line it up like this, I have a hard time doing that. I never get it right. I'm either into the pretties or I'm too far out. So what I've learned to do is I go ahead and cut off a corner and cut off, I might cut down to this. There we go. So that when I put this on my cutting board, I can see exactly where the edges of my paper are to cut. And I don't think I quite have that straight. Push it up there just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. And you can see there's very, very little of the color, but I've gotten it pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and cut across this, and I'm going to do the same thing with all of my corners. I just cut kind of straight across the corner. Oops, sorry. And just so that I can see where my knife should start to cut. Okay, there's those. This one, because it's in a little bit, I just went ahead and cut it. And then this one. Okay, so that makes it just a lot easier. When I go to cut these, I can actually use this, since it's pretty close, and it's almost perfect. It's as perfect as you can get it. So let's go ahead and push this one. Okay, so that one's, is that one not quite done? I think I have to cut this. Sorry. Okay, there's one. So then we're going to go ahead and cut these. I have a trash box. I'll show you that trash box. You guys might want to make that. I just made a little box so that I can throw all of my little scraps. And then I have a big plastic bag that I put over here. And eventually I will take this bag with all of my paper scraps to the recycle, which is a nice thing to do for our planet. And then they make more paper out of it. Okay, so the other thing that you'll want to do, this has to be scored on 2 of the sides. And so I'm going to lay, you can see I have my line drawn on my scoreboard. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. I'm going to do one, and it's the dark lines. You want to score both of those. There we go. So basically then, these get folded, they get folded, and then this will get glued to that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a few other things out with you. And basically we have 1, 2, 3. So you want to find page 5, page 3, and page 4. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and cut pretty close for my envelope. And I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this that I did with my first page. I'm going to go ahead and cut off my corners. And I'm going to do that for all of these. And this one, I'm just going to make a little notch. See, I'm not even going to cut between those. I'm just going to make my notch. And the same thing here. I'm just going to make a notch at the corner, and then notch up this corner, and then notch these. Actually, it would be really nice if I just bring that here, huh? This is such a cute little project, and especially for Halloween. And right now we're doing a lot of Halloween. Okay, so I'm going to cut that, cut this out. If this were longer, I would do the same thing. I would just notch. But since it's not longer, I'm going to go ahead and cut and notch. And that needs notched. And then I'm just going to notch this and that. I try not to cut off the edge, and you can get pretty close. It really has saved me a lot of hand cutting because I am not good at eyeballing on my cut. Okay, so next thing, let's just go ahead and start cutting across these. Oops, I didn't quite get that good, but that's okay. I will smudge it. And I'll put that there. And this is not even because that one was not even. There, that one's better. I'm really careful with that because it's kind of Vlad the Impaler. It will cut you, which is ouchy. I've done it. Okay, so because I wasn't so good on this one, I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and just kind of trim that up a little bit. There we go. Looks better. And again, this one on the dark gets scored. Okay, let's put that aside and put those aside, and we'll start cutting some more. Now I want to make sure that this one and that one and these two looks pretty good. I know Victoria doesn't take the time to cut with you, which is very nice. She is quite the artist, but I'm taking my time because I know that sometimes some of the people that have joined my group on the internet have said that I get so far ahead of them with my cutting. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to just go slow and show you that it's okay. It's okay to be a slowpoke like I am. It does not hurt anything. There we go. Now these also, this gets scored. Put it aside. And I'm making two piles. I'm making one. Oops. I'm making one with the pictures and one with just the empty pieces that we've done. And I'll show you why later. This has to be scored. And then we'll cut. So as you're cutting these, I hope that you're noticing they are different sizes and they have a different size mat as well as a different size picture. So let me get this cut and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Because I think this is the one that's different from the first one we did. Now, Vlad the Impaler got me just a little bit on my arm. There we go. Okay, I'm going to score this before I show you. So, I have two pictures, and when I put them together, you can see that one is bigger than the other. And also, when you put these together, you can see that one is shorter than the other. So what you want to do as you're getting these ready to glue together is you want to make sure that you put the two sizes together. One is bigger than the other. This one is the same size. So those two go together. And these two go together because they're the same size. So I'm going to keep cutting. And I hope you do the same until we get at least all of these cut out. Yep, and see, I did it again. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to fix that a little bit. And we will cut these. And I'm not perfect at getting them lined up, so don't feel bad if yours have some little strips of white or If you go a little too far into the brown, it's not a big deal, but this is the best way for me to get mine square. And I score. Okay, I'm going to make another pile for that one. Now you can see these two are the same size, so I'm going to keep these two together because they will get glued together when we're ready to glue. And I hope these little tricks help you. I've noticed myself guilty of this too. Sometimes those of us who have crafted for a while, we just assume that beginners are as fast or know everything we know, and so we get a little bit fast with our instructions. And if I ever do that, please leave me a message to slow down, because new crafters have a hard time keeping up sometimes. I know when I first started, it was just, I had to stop my videos, go back and restart them, search for places that I needed to go look at again. And so if we slow down as crafters, not only does it help our crafting be a little bit neater, but it also helps newbies that are trying to learn from us to be able to kind of keep up. Okay, so again, these are the same size, so they go together. So I should have one more picture, and I have to find it. Okay, that's an envelope. And these I'll let you cut out by hand. This is just pictures, just pictures, just pictures, some pockets. Oh, here we go. It's this one, the little lady that has the brown edge at the side. And so she is so close to the others, I'm going to go ahead and cut this side as best I can. I'm going to put the rest of these away. And so I'm going to cut her out. I just think these little projects that Victoria Design does, they're very nice because they go together with some of her bigger sets of papers that she sells on Etsy. And so it makes it very nice for you to kind of see some of the papers you're getting to see if you're going to like them before you buy a completely big set. And so most of the time when she sends out a freebie, I get it, I make the project move flat and paler. I don't want it pale to get. I do the free kit that she gives, and then I just fall in love with everything that she's done. Okay, let's measure these, and these, yep, they are the same too. So I'm going to go ahead and put this away for now. And I want to get my book and show you kind of what we're doing. So on this side, let me bring these. This is the big one. This is the next one. This is the next one, and the small one. Okay, so what she has done is she has gone ahead and, okay, so you want the two yellow sides, the backs. The fronts are, one is white and one is a picture. And so you want those like this. This will get glued into the book, and this will get glued to here. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this. I made a mistake, so I had to take it apart. And I'm going to go ahead and lightly put that down and then move it until it's pretty much in line down here also. Okay, there we go. And then I will burnish. I'm going to pull off all my mistakes. And then I will burnish again. So what you're going to have is, this is going to be our first page. And it will go like this. So let's go ahead, and the first two papers that we cut, this one and this one, these are going to be our outside, okay, and the cover on the back. So what I'm going to do is, we want both of our white sides to be showing, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this. Now, I don't know if some of you have seen the video where I have this really nice little self-healing mat, and what I like about that is I can put my pictures on and line them up on a line. I can see through this top mat, and then I can position this so that it continues along that top and bottom line. Burnish it, and there we go. We have our outside cover. That is our outside cover. Looks good. Okay, burnish that really well. So let's set that aside. So we have one of our pictures done, our house picture. I'm going to put that there. The second one is the blue, and you want to make sure that these fit. Okay, perfect. So you want, excuse me, your yellow sides with both of your tabs going to one side. And you want to make sure that you have the picture one that you're going to put the glue on. And then again, I'm going to try and layer these up, match them here, but also match them up on all of my edges. So there, we have two of them done. And you can see they are not the same size. One is bigger than the other. Okay, let's take another one. And I'm going to fold this over, fold this over. Okay, so I'm putting the white on this side and the colored on this side. And again, I'm going to put my glue just on my tab. And then I'm going to go ahead and line it up as best I can, square as I can, everywhere. Good. Burnish it down. And there you have the next one. And then we have one more. And I think this one's a little bit larger, so we'll fix that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this with my tab to the left. And this is my picture. I'm going to put it to the left. I always make sure that my tops are up. Tops up. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put glue on that, and then again, we're trying to get it as square as we can, so we don't press down our glue yet until we're pretty sure they're in place, and then we press burnish. I open mine and burnish it. So now this one is just a little bit larger than this one, so it goes here. Okay. All right, so those are pages. So I am going to let you girls and guys get caught up, and then we will do another video to put the rest of the things in place. So while I am gone, please cut out the rest of your pieces, including these. You know how to do these now. And you can do the same thing pretty much on these. Anything that has a square corner, you can do it on. So go ahead and cut those out and meet me back here for the next video. These are going to be published on the same day, so there's not a problem. What I will do with this one is I will cut it straight, and then I will take my corner chomper and chomp these edges away. It makes it just look a little bit nicer. Okay, thanks for joining me for this segment. I'll see you in just a little bit to finish the next one.